Have you ever caught yourself wondering if a married woman likes you more than just a friend? Maybe she laughs a little too hard at your jokes. Maybe her eyes linger on you a bit longer than they should. Or maybe she seems to text you late at night when she should be focused on her husband. It can be flattering, sure, but it can also be confusing, even dangerous. Is she just being friendly, or is she quietly signaling something much deeper? In this video, I'm going to reveal 21 unmistakable signs that a married woman is secretly attracted to you. Pay close attention because some of these signs are subtle, almost invisible, while others are bold and hard to ignore. By the end, you'll know exactly how to read her behavior and, just as importantly, what it means for you. It can feel exciting when you're on the receiving end of attention from a married woman. On the surface, it feels like a compliment. After all, she's choosing to invest her time and energy into you. But here's the tricky part: how do you know if it's harmless friendship, a playful crush, or something much more serious? The truth is, women often communicate their desires not only with words but with their subtle body language, behavior shifts, and emotional cues. And when that woman happens to be married, these signals can be even more complex, sometimes hidden, sometimes bold, sometimes mixed and confusing. That's why today we're breaking down the signs, one by one, so you can decode her intentions. Let's dive right in. Sign in. Number 1, she is around you. If you notice that a married woman always seems to be around you at work, at social gatherings, or even finding small excuses to cross your path, it's probably not by accident. People naturally gravitate towards those they admire or secretly desire. Perhaps you make her feel comfortable, or you bring out a happiness that she isn't experiencing at home. The fact that she deliberately spends more time near you than necessary suggests she likes your presence. Pay attention. Does she linger after conversations? Look for ways to extend interactions or coincidentally appear where you are. That's no coincidence. That's intent. Sign number 2, she steals glances at you. Now, this one is classic. Women rarely stare at men they're not interested in. If she's stealing glances at you across the room, or you catch her watching you when she thinks you won't notice, it's a strong sign of attraction. Think about it. Why would her gaze be drawn to you again and again unless there was a deeper pull? Those little secret looks aren't random. They're her way of feeding her curiosity and desire without openly admitting it. Here's the kicker: that if she quickly looks away the moment you catch her, that's an even bigger giveaway. It's the psychology of guilt and excitement colliding at the same time. Sign number 3, she seeks your help. Have you noticed her reaching out to you for help even in small, unnecessary ways? Maybe she asks you to explain something she already knows, or requests your assistance with something trivial. This isn't about the task. It's about communication. By seeking your help, she creates opportunities to connect with you. And here's the psychology behind it. When you help her and she praises you afterwards, she's not just boosting your ego, she's also building emotional closeness. It's her way of saying, I value you and I want you to notice me. Sign number 4, she exhibits specific body language. Words can lie, but the body rarely does. One of the clearest ways to decode attraction is through body language. If she plays with her hair while talking to you, touches her neck, bites her lips, or leans in closer than necessary, those are unconscious cues. Why do they matter? Psychology tells us that when we're around to someone we're attracted to, our bodies release subtle signals, movements we don't always realize we're making. It's her nonverbal way of saying, I'm drawn to you, without speaking a single word. So the next time you're in conversation with her, watch her hands, her posture, her gestures. They'll reveal more than her words ever will. Sign 5. She often makes light. Physical contact. Physical touch is powerful. A married woman who is interested in you may accidentally brush against your arm, touch your shoulder while laughing, or sit closer than necessary. And here's the big one, that if she's bold, she may hug you a little longer than normal or place her hand softly on your thigh in a playful way. These are not random acts of friendliness. These are deliberate moments of connection. Think about it, does she do this with other men or just with you? If it's just you, then you're not imagining things. That unusual tenderness and affection is a strong sign she sees you differently than the rest. Sign number 6, she makes intense eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of communication. When someone holds your gaze longer than normal, it's because they're feeling something. If she locks eyes with you, and it feels like time slows down, that's not just politeness, that's attraction. Especially if her eyes soften or her pupils dilate when looking at you. Here's a psychological truth: people look into the eyes of those they desire. It's primal. It's instinctual, and it's hard to fake. So, if she's giving you those deep stars, she's revealing more than she probably intends to. Sign number 7, she shows interest in your personal life. Now, let's flip the script. If she frequently asks about your love life, your dating history, or the women in your circle, it's not idle curiosity. It's personal interest. She wants to know if why. Oh, you're available, if there's competition, and most importantly, if there's room for her. Think about it. Does she ask questions like, so, are you seeing anyone right now, or, do you believe in marriage? These aren't casual questions. They're a peek into her intentions. It's her way of testing the waters without openly confessing her feelings. Sign number 8, she avoids mentioning her own personal life. Here's where it gets even more interesting. While she may ask you everything about your personal life, she avoids talking about her own. If you bring up her husband or children, she may suddenly change the subject, downplay their importance, or even share subtle hints of unhappiness in her marriage. This silence speaks volumes. Psychologically, this behavior reveals inner conflict. On one hand, she wants to connect with you. On the other, she knows her personal reality, her marriage, stands in the way. And here's a red flag. If she constantly paints herself as neglected or unloved, she may be seeking emotional escape through you. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed her getting moody or even jealous when you're around other women? That's the next sign, and it's one you don't want to ignore. Sign number 9, she acts grumpy when you're with other women. Jealousy, one of the rawest emotions in psychology. If a married woman likes you, she may not handle it well when you give attention to other women. Have you noticed her mood shifting when you laugh with another female friend? Maybe she suddenly becomes quiet, irritated, or even disrespectful toward the woman you're talking to. This isn't just casual annoyance. It's possessiveness. On a deeper level, it shows that she doesn't want to share your attention with anyone else. Now, here's the catch. This behavior could mean two things. Either she's infatuated with you, or she's simply craving attention because it's lacking in her marriage. Either way, that shift in energy is a strong indicator she sees you as more than just a friend. Sign 10. She laughs hard at every joke. You know, you're not a stand-up comedian, yet she laughs at even your most ridiculous lines. Why? Because laughter isn't just about humor, it's about connection. Psychology proves that when we like someone, we subconsciously exaggerate our responses to make them feel good. Her laughter is a reward. It's her way of encouraging you to keep engaging with her. So, if she's giggling at jokes you know aren't that funny, as if you're the funniest guy alive, take note. That's her attraction speaking louder than her logic. Sign THRS 11. She flirts with you. Some women are subtle, but others bold. If a married woman flirts with you, openly teasing you, complimenting your looks, Or even joking about what it would be like if you'd met before she got married. That's not just harmless fun. She might even complain about her marriage, saying things like, "It's just not as passionate anymore." Or, "I wish my husband was more like you." This is testing. She's gauging your reaction, seeing if you're open to her advances, and let me be blunt. If she's brave enough to flirt with you while married, it means her attraction isn't just surface level. It's deep enough to override social boundaries. I know we're 12. She texts you often. Now, let's talk about one of the clearest giveaways. Texting. Friends text casually. But when a married woman is messaging you late at night at 2 a.m. when she should be sleeping next to her husband, that's a different story. It means you're on her mind when she's most vulnerable. It means you've crossed from casual acquaintance into emotional priority. Psychologists call this mental availability. If she's reaching out to you constantly, updating you on her day, sending you random memes, or starting late-night conversations, she's not just killing time. She's investing in you. Sign number 13. She is different with you. Here's one of the most powerful and yet subtle signs. Pay close attention to how she acts when he's with others versus when she's with you. Does her voice soften? Does she smile more? Does she let her guard down? If her energy shifts in your presence, if she lights up around you in a way she doesn't with anyone else, that's not a coincidence. That's attraction. Think of it like this. We all have different versions of ourselves. The version she shows you, the warmer, more playful, more vulnerable side, that's the one she wants you to notice. Now, here's where it gets even more telling, because when she starts showing extra concern for your well-being or even sends you food and medicine when you're sick, that's not just friendship. That's something much deeper. Let's talk about that next. Sign 14. She shows extra concern for you. Let's be honest. When you get sick, most casual friends will just send a quick get well soon text, but if a married woman is truly interested, her concern will go far beyond that. She might show up with homemade food, buy you medicine, or check in constantly to make sure you're okay. Even when you're not sick, she may bring you healthy snacks or insist you take better care of yourself. This level of nurturing is not random. It's a maternal meets romantic instinct, and it's a clear signal that you're on her mind in a way most friends would never be. Sign NR 15. She shows no inhibitions in her chats. Pay attention to how she communicates with you digitally. If her messages become personal, bold, or even suggestive, this is not normal friendly texting. She might share secrets about her marriage, send flirty memes, or even cross the line with dirty jokes. Think about it. A married woman usually guards her reputation and privacy. But with you, she's letting her walls down. This means she sees you as someone special, someone safe, and possibly someone she desires. Sign 16. She may try to seduce you. Now, here's where the psychology of attract 10 gets undeniable. If she starts touching you more often, massaging your shoulders, or dressing provocatively around you, she's not leaving things up to chance. Her looks may linger on you, her body language may shift into more sensual territory, and she may deliberately try to stir your imagination. This isn't accidental. This is seduction. And here's the truth. Once a married woman reaches this stage, her attraction has moved beyond curiosity. It's now desire. Sign 17. She insists on spending time alone with you. You might be part of a larger group of friends or coworkers, but notice how she carves out moments for just the two of you. She may invite you for coffee, ask you to walk her to her car, or share plans with you first before anyone else. These one-on-one situations are not casual. They're intentional. When a married woman consistently tries to isolate time with you, she's signaling one thing. I want intimacy that no one else can see. Sign number 18. She feels nervous around you. Here's a fascinating paradox. Sometimes attraction makes people bolder and sometimes it makes them clumsier. If she gets nervous in your presence, fumbling her words, dropping items, losing track of what she's saying, it's because her emotions are heightened around you. Why does this happen? Psychologists explain that when someone feels strongly for another person, adrenaline kicks in. That rush can cause jitters, restlessness, and visible nervousness. So, if she seems a little more off balance with you than with anyone else, it's not weakness, it's attraction. Now, let's move into something even more telling. When she starts noticing tiny details about you, things no one else sees, or even tells you she misses you, that's not just friendship anymore, that's an emotional confession. Sign, Darger 19. She notices little things about you. One of the most underrated but powerful signs of attraction is attention to detail. If she comments on your new cologne, notices when you've had a haircut, or compliments a shirt you've never worn before, it means she's observing you closely. Attraction sharpens focus. When a woman likes you, she picks up on things others overlook. It's her way of showing she's tuned in to you down to the smallest changes. Sign, Jar 20. She says she misses you. Now, here's where it gets very clear. If a married woman comes right out and says, "I miss you," she's crossed the line from subtle hints to an outright declaration. This statement isn't casual. It means she values you highly, that she longs for your presence, and that she wants to spend more time with you than anyone else. At this point, you no longer need to wonder if she's interested. She's telling you directly, even if she tries to mask it as friendly affection. Sign 21. She blushes around you. Blushing is one of the body's most honest betrayals. It's involuntary. She can't control it. If her cheeks turn pink when you compliment her, or if she becomes shy and flushed when you're around, it's a sign of nervous excitement. Blushing is a physical reaction to heightened emotions. And in this context, it's a clear sign that she has feelings for you, whether she admits them or not. Now that you know these 21 signs, you might be asking yourself, what do I do if a married woman likes me? Here's the truth. Falling in love with a married woman isn't inherently wrong. Emotions are complex, but acting on it carries consequences. If she's unhappy in her marriage and already planning to leave, your presence might give her strength to move forward. But if she's happily married, you could end up caught in a painful triangle that leaves everyone hurt, including you. So before you make any moves, think carefully. Ask yourself, do I want to be part of this? What does it mean for my own future? Because sometimes the best decision isn't about what feels exciting in the moment. It's about what protects your peace in the long run. So tell me, have you ever experienced these signs from a married woman? Did she make it obvious, or were the signals subtle and confusing? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. And if you